Hi everyone, I'm so glad you're here today and I'm really glad to see you. It's been a really hectic couple of weeks, so I apologize for not posting a tutorial last Friday. This is our third tutorial on tips for smoothing and tightening the neck. Now this tutorial is going to be easy steps that you can use in your routine at night. So if you're new to this channel, I hope that you will subscribe and like and leave a comment for me. Any questions about your skin? All of you that follow us, our channel at Jolie Day Spa, know that we're estheticians. We founded our company 25 years ago, and skincare and skin treatments are our passion. So this series has been about showing you what it is that we do in our skin clinic. Now, these would be treatments that I would do on a client. If they came in and they said, what can I do for my neck? What can I do to achieve results? I would do treatments that I've shared with you, but I would also suggest these home products. We would come up with a plan to treat the neck and to create results. So let's get started, and I'm going to share with you at the very end a few of our nice new products that we're selling at the spa, at the boutique. So stay until the end. I would love that. Okay, so I'm going to have above me, I'm going to have a little video of what I'm doing here first. Now, a lot of you know that we do really well with our dissolvable nutrient mask. Although it's not specifically made for the neck in terms of how it's designed, this mask will work beautifully on the neck. Now, I recommend, I'll show you, I'm using that, I'm layering it on the neck. I'm going to leave that on my neck for 30 minutes. You don't have to worry about how long you leave it on. Leave it on as long as you want. But what you want to do is you want to leave it long enough that you see it dissolve into the neck so it becomes a clear film on the neck. This is packed with nutrients, amazing collagen, hyaluronic, low weight hyaluronic, niacinamide, and galactomyces. And all of you know, you've probably heard about galactomyces. It's become really well known because of the South Korean products that are doing so well. And that was the inspiration in launching this mask that we do so well with, because it is something that South Korean beauty brands love and do well with. So we want to do that as well. We use it in our skin clinic a lot in treatment. So I would say, I would recommend that you use a mask if you really want to create results in your neck, a minimum of maybe 1 to, I would say 3 times a week. Whatever works in your schedule is what I recommend. Whatever you will do in your routine. Do it at night when you're relaxing, watching TV or reading, whatever it is, or sleep with it on your neck. You can do that as well. Now, the next, idea treatment that I would do at the spa, treating a client, would be to apply ampules. Now, all of you know, if you go to our website, joliespa.com, and you see all the headings on the top, you're going to notice that we carry a lot of ampules. Now, let's just grab all my ampules. Okay, here's all my little supply. Now, let me tell you here what I'm doing. I'm applying an ampule. In this treatment, I went with the anti-aging hexapeptide ampule, And then I grabbed the collagen ampule. Now these two work so well together, applying it to the neck, because one has many forms of collagen in the ampule. There are different collagens in the skin. So it's important that we use an ampule that's active. 3 to 4 drops is all you need, and then maybe a few drops of hexapeptide. Now that is an idea for ampules, but let me take it a little step further. And those of you that follow me, you know that I mix it up. It's never the same, because I really believe this philosophy that we have is your skin needs to be tricked. We need to always be putting something on the skin that changes it up. I believe that it's just like when we exercise. If we stick with the same routine, our muscles, our body doesn't maybe react as well. It becomes lazy, I guess you'd say. I feel the same way with skin. In my routine, when I work out, I'll change the way I lift my weights. I'll change the weight of my bell, my hand, whatever those are, bells. I'll change my elliptical so that I'm doing something a little different each time. So you get it. You get what I'm trying to say is let's change it up. So those are just 2 ideas there of what I applied on my neck. Now, another time or another night that you're working on your neck, you could decide to apply mandelic acid. Mandelic acid is the most powerful antioxidant, brightening treatment, non-irritating, and it triggers collagen. So you could do that. You could follow up with a little blue copper and make yourself a little cocktail and apply it to the neck. So I think you know where I'm going with that. You could also apply PRX, PRX/T. And this is a peel that is absolutely amazing, and we do so well with it. It's non-irritating. I do suggest you always apply a little bit on the side of your cheek just to make sure that you have no reaction to it. But it's a very mild peel that creates a lot of changes in the skin. So I think you know where I'm going with that in terms of applying something to the neck. And that's all in our ampule heading on our website. So let's talk about, okay, so what I'm doing here is going to the next step, and I'm applying glycosaminoglycans. Remember the product or the ingredient I talk about that's short for glycosaminoglycans is GAGs. And that is an ingredient that really hydrates. It's a product that is going to work in the skin, and it's going to help with collagen, and it works really well with any ampule. And this is what I'm doing next. I am taking, after I apply the glycosaminoglycans conductor gel mask on my neck, I'm taking our new tool. Now you might notice that tool's a little bit different, and that's because the LED eye, face, and neck illuminating device has become even better, a better technology. So I have upgraded our little LED device, and you can see that I'm working it up into the neck slowly on the red LED setting. The reason I wanted to upgrade our LED tool, and I haven't changed the image yet on the website, my developer hasn't. It's an upgraded tool with more colors, green, blue, red, many colors for treating the skin, vibration, EMS, and that tool is very, very effective in really really treating delicate skin. So you can see here that I'm using pressure, slowly moving that wonderful LED device up the neck. You don't want to move too quickly, you want to move slowly, so you're really pushing on the muscle, the fascia, and the skin, pushing those nutrients, those ingredients, any ampule you've chosen, any serum you have that you love, but applying the glycosaminoglycans, working in an upward stroke. Now, I will grab my tool and show you how nice it is. I left it in another part of the house. So at the end, I'll grab that tool and show you how it is a very beautiful device. And so if you go to the site and you see the LED illuminating face, eye, and neck device, you wouldn't be getting the basic LED device. You would be getting this upgraded device because it's just too good to not offer our clients the higher level LED device. Okay, so the first idea tip I had would be doing your collagen, the dissolvable nutrient mask a couple of times a week. The second would be ampule with glycosaminoglycans and the device, working it into the skin. I love to use that device. So I always put it on the charger after I'm done using it every night. And I love using it so much because it's actually very relaxing and I can actually see the improvement in my skin after I use it. So this treatment using ampules and glycosaminoglycans and the device would be another night you could use this. You could use this treatment to create changes in your neck. Okay, so you can see that I'm doing different directions. I'm just creating some circulation in the neck. Now remember, we always talk about blood flow. Blood flow in the skin creates oxygenation of the cells and circulation, and that stimulates collagen. So I'm just using the tool and I'm doing little oval round circles after I've done the press upon the neck, working it upwards very slowly. I use this tool a lot around my eyes, and I would take the same serums and the same GAGs conductor gel, and I would work it slowly to push that fascia, push the muscle and flatten those little lines. I don't care if I have lines, but I might as well work on my crow's feet and my under eye puffiness while I'm doing my neck. So there's a tip for you. Okay, so now I'm applying a little bit more glycosaminoglycans. I'm also spritzing, why not, with our stem cell mist. We do so well with our stem cell mist. Remember, it's PLLA, poly-L-lactic acid, which plumps up the cells in the skin. And we just sell out of it so often. This is South Korean, and I would spray that over my neck. It's a great way to spray it over the GAGs, conductor gel, to keep it moist and to continue to feed the skin. Remember, we're feeding the skin. We're doing everything we can to nourish it, to plump it, to trigger collagen, to refine it, and that stem cell mist is wonderful for that. Okay, let's see what else. Let me see what my next step was. Oh, okay. Okay, so some really exciting news here. Do you remember how I'm always talking about occluding the skin? Well, we're really excited about this product. I'm going to show it to you in just a minute. I think I missed a step. This is something I always do. Remember, this is our Stop Aging Peptide Essence, and this is the volufoline. So volufoline, again, is going to just deeply hydrate the skin and plump it up. It's going to deliver 7 peptides, and volufoline is that derivative of Sculptra. Remember, it's the one that is injected into the face when women want their own, they want a fuller face, or fuller, I guess I should say, they just want a plumping effect. This is the one, the Sculptra, the volufoline is a derivative of Sculptra. So I would put that on my neck, and then also use the wand, the device. Or at night, I would just apply it to my skin over an ampule. So let's go on to my last, I think it was my last idea, although I have a few more tips for you that are kind of funny, but I love them. Oops, I'm sorry. Let's do, okay, the last one was, I was showing you how to apply a liberal amount of our new, exciting, beautiful SPF. Remember, zinc. I'm thrilled to have finally finished our SPF. Now, why do I love zinc oxide? I love zinc oxide because it is calming, and it's something that corrects skin irritation. That's why they use it in diaper rash paste, Desitin. So I say use your SPF, the new SPF we have, use it liberally. And that is why I had our new SPF made in a, I believe I have it in a 3 or 4 ounce tube. Oh, it's beautiful. This is a beautiful formula. Let me tell you a little bit about the SPF. And for those of you that know me, I don't wear any foundation for the most part. I shared one a couple of weeks ago, but I always end up loving my skin looking natural. So I apply our new SPF very liberally to my face after my morning routine. And I would put on a serum, eye cream, eye serum, and then I would put a moisturizer on just to stay super hydrated, but you really wouldn't need to put a moisturizer on with this new SPF. Let me tell you about it, okay? It has ferulic acid. Ferulic acid is in very expensive products. You might have heard of a serum from SkinCeuticals that really is just a L'Oreal company. It's really just a lot of hype, but it has ferulic acid in it. And it's an antioxidant, and it sells for $165. And so it's just, it's just a famous ferulic acid product. And it's very, very kind of way too overpriced. Okay, so this SPF we just launched has ferulic acid as the antioxidant, and it's in high concentration, and it has a natural form of zinc oxide. Now, it's water resistant for 40 minutes. It's an SPF 30. It has the ferulic acid, which is for mature skin, acne-prone, dry, and combination. It fights fine lines and wrinkles, dryness, acne scars, acne, and sun damage. It's an antioxidant. Ferulic acid is an anti-inflammatory. It protects and it evens out the skin tone. So you can see why I wanted our SPF, our new SPF, which I consider a primer. It's like it gives you this homogenized tone to the skin. I apply it all over my face. I let it absorb, and then I go in with a little contour cream, and that's it. And then lipstick, and I do my eyes. But the formula has ferulic acid, has Arabica coffee extract. That's a really exciting one because coffee extract is a very, very highly concentrated antioxidant. So it's in our SPF. Let me tell you, it's cruelty-free, it's vegan, and one of the wonderful things about this new SPF is it doesn't hurt the coral reefs. And a lot of synthetic sun protections have particles that actually, even microparticles that can hurt the body. It can get into the body and harm the body. It can get into our, our endocrine system. That's the right pronunciation. I think you know what I mean. But it also, those synthetic ingredients in sun protections can get into our water system, our oceans, and it can harm the coral reefs. So I'm very proud of this SPF. The size of it is, I believe it is 3.4 ounces. So you have plenty, because the secret to wearing sun protection is you want high concentration. So I'm going to tell you, use it liberally on the neck, use it liberally on the face. It is a beautiful formulation, water resistant for 40 minutes, and you get plenty of it. So, and it's affordably priced, and I'm very excited to bring this to you because SPFs are really tough. I don't know if you know much about SPF, but I'll tell you. SPF in the United States, it has to be manufactured by an FDA approved and regulated facility. So there are not many SPF facilities that manufacture sun protection in our country, in the US. We're highly regulated versus Europe is much more lenient about what goes into a product. In the US, and in a way I can see why they regulate it. In the US, it is regulated by the FDA. So this new product I launched, it is coming straight from a manufacturer that does beautiful formulas that is only adding ingredients into our product that is very effective for our skin. So it's ferulic acid, antioxidant, and natural zinc oxide, and it's packed with nutrients and antioxidants. And I'm finding that it primes my skin so well. And I no longer have to use Banana Boat pure mineral zinc oxide. I can use a product from our brand that is really, really going to feed my skin. Okay, so that's what you need to do for day on the neck. You really need to protect it with the SPF. Now I want to mention a few other ideas I have for you. One is a new launch. You all know that I talk a lot about occluding the skin, and I always say use Aquaphor, use Vaseline brand, and studies show if you read medical journals on occluding the skin from a dermatologist would recommend occluding the skin. So what I decided was that we needed a great occlusion cream. So I want to share our occlusion cream with you, and I want to share the benefits of it. It is extremely exciting. I'm thrilled. Okay, so this is called Barrier Recovery Cream. Salve. Okay, let me tell you about it. It has cacao nut oil, which It rapidly absorbs into the skin. It reduces wrinkles. It improves skin elasticity, improves skin tone, and it reduces the formation of acne and breakouts. It reduces the appearance of scars and stretch marks. It brightens dark spots and hyperpigmentation. It improves skin texture. Okay, I have another thought about it I want to share. I'll just share it quickly. Now, when I read all those ways it improves the skin, imagine putting an ampule on first. So you know where I'm going with that. If you're going to put an ampule on, like the mandelic acid ampule or the tranexamic acid, then you apply our salve, you're going to achieve that much more result. So it has the cacao nut oil, it has caprylic triglycerides, which is a moisturizing, emollient, and antioxidant, skin softening and hydrating ingredient. But the real kicker here, the really exciting part, is it has castor oil. Castor oil is a natural oil that has been used for centuries for its skin benefits. It contains ricinoleic acid, a fatty acid with anti-inflammatory and moisturizing properties. Castor oil, is all the rage. And it is in the salve, and it is beautiful. And you need just a tiny bit of it. And I promise you, in the morning, after you sleep with this, you're going to see improvement in your skin just in one night. It also has blackcurrant seed oil, which is rich in gamma-linoleic acid. And it offers moisturizing, anti-aging, soothing properties, potentially helping with conditions like eczema and psoriasis. My little grandson, one of my 4 little grandboys, has eczema, and my daughter, she's in Tennessee, and I'm here in California now, and she said, Mom, the product is really, really healing his psoriasis. So that's exciting, and I want to tell you one other story about it. I was talking to the manufacturer, and they said that it's a salesperson, and she told me that her husband had knee surgery. And so he went in 6 weeks later, and the surgeon said to him, "What have you done? Your scar looks so good. It looks like it's healed. You can't see the scar." And she said she was there with her husband, and she said that she had him on our salve. So that's how amazing this salve is. So that's exciting. I'm just so excited, and I've used it now for 4 days since I got my container from the spa. They sent it to me, and everything I'm putting on my skin, then occluding it with the salve. Now I want to also share a little bit about how much to use. You don't need much at all, okay? You don't want to overuse it. You want enough to occlude it. Now, I was going to tell you a little bit about an analogy I was thinking about today on my walk. When I talk about occluding the skin, and now we have our salve to occlude it, think in terms of when you, like cooking, when you put in a, like say a chicken pot pie, that's what I thought of. You know how it has a thick layer of crust, and then as it cooks in the oven for, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour, what it's really doing is it's got that, that top layer of really nice crust, and everything below it is working together to work together for flavors and just to, have a delicious meal. Not that I've eaten a chicken pot pie for a while, but you get what I'm trying to say. It's the same as like when you put something in the crock pot. What we're doing basically is when we're applying the beautiful salve, we're creating a change under the skin because those active ingredients, they can't escape. They're not escaping. It prevents transepidermal water loss, which means from the lower layers of the skin, we're not losing moisture. We're not losing those that ampule we've applied, the serums we've applied, a cream like Stop Aging Peptide cream or our Reviving Deep Wrinkle cream. We apply that at the last step, and then we just lock it in with a tiny bit, a thin veil, like plastic. You think of it as just almost like occluding it, like you have a piece of plastic on your neck and your face. This is going to increase your results. So I'm very excited about that. So I've mentioned 2 products that were just launched, and down below in the description box, I had my developer put in a coupon code so that you can use it on anything that you like in these treatments. Okay, so that kind of sums up what I showed you in the video below. But I want to share a couple other quick little ideas. I want you to remember the facial exercises, where we're looking up to the right, we're looking in the middle, really pressing the tongue above the upper, the roof of our mouth, because we want to engage that tongue. And we want to look up because we're really, you can feel it strengthening those muscles in the neck. And then to the left, looking up, really engage those muscles and try to get this, the lower facial muscles, try to do those exercises once a day or every other day. Also, really bring down your shoulders. Bring your shoulders down, relax them, push them down while you're pushing up on your jaw. Really engaging those muscles. That will really make a difference. You'd be surprised at how it strengthens the neck and the skin and the fascia, the muscle. So that's an idea. Another thing I do when I'm in the shower, which sounds really silly, but I do it. There's this theory about how men, have a little bit more, sometimes more tone in their neck. And there's this theory about shaving. So when I'm in the shower, I'll grab my nice shaver and I'll do all those movements on my neck, because it really engages those muscles. And they say that that men have less sagging in their neck just because of those daily movements that they have in their neck. You'd be surprised if you do the motion. You don't even have to shave it. I shave mine. I shave my neck with a really nice razor. But you can just go through the motion, and as you do it, moving your head around, doing it in each part of your neck, you'd be surprised at how it's engaging those muscles. So that's just a little silly tip, but it's actually a pretty good one. Let's see. So that concludes everything that I've thought of for improving the neck and creating changes. Remember, a peel is always a good idea. The PRXT peel would be beautiful on the neck. That's something you could do once or twice a month. That's going to make a difference in the actual skin texture. That's a great idea. Don't forget the creams that have peptides and applying our new salve. Okay, in closing, I wanted you to see a few things that we've got at the spa, at the boutique. We've got the little replica earrings. They're tiny. They come in pink, purple, and black. And it has the little CC on them. I think they're precious. Those are on sale. And then Also, I'm loving our little diamond strands. They come in all different colors. And I think they are so fun to wear. They kind of give a pop of color. So I'm loving those. Those are on the side under the Frugal French Find store. And they're really fun and affordable. And you can use, you could wear one just for color. They're all beautiful and vibrant. I don't know if it's giving the colors off as much as I would like, but I'm very happy with them. And then also our Frugal French Finds store, I'm working on a handbag line, and it's all inspired by, the Hermes brand, and working with a manufacturer and using the finest leathers. And I did a short this week, and it said, that we had a rule when we opened our spa 25 years ago, and it was that from the moment a client arrived at our spa, they opened the door, we would greet them within 3 to 4 seconds. It didn't matter how much money they made. It didn't matter what ethnicity. It did not matter. What was important to us is that they felt welcomed and cared for and acknowledged the minute they came into our spa. And I was comparing it to the Hermes brand, where, you're lucky if you get a ticket, and you wait until you get, you are contacted. You're asked, how much you're going to spend in an Hermes store. If you're lucky, you would get to go into the store, and you might not be able to order what handbag you wanted. And so that's the way they run their company. And they've been around a long time, so I guess it works for them. But I thought, because I had such a passion for handbags, that I would spend time working with a manufacturer that would make exactly what I wanted and offer handbags that are affordably priced. So these are in the boutique, and I have them listed on the website. So I'm super excited about them. I've got a very affordable Workin' Birkin that's going to be on the site at the end of the week. I just have to approve the handbag first. I have to make sure when I get it in my hands that it's exactly what I want for the price point I want to sell it for. So I think that wraps it up. I've just shared a whole lot with you for neck treatment ideas. This will conclude like the third tutorial on neck, but it doesn't mean that I won't come back and think of some more ideas we can use for our neck. I know one is, don't forget to gently exfoliate the neck too. Do that 1 or 2 times a week. Gently remove those dead cells so that we can get our product in the skin. Microcurrent too. I didn't talk much about using a microcurrent device. That's because I'm going to share a device with you soon. Got to leave some things for the future. Boy, this was packed full. I hope you found something helpful about this tutorial. I just really appreciate you guys watching, and you just are really good, nice people, and I thank you. So leave me a comment below. Everything will be listed in the description below, and I will pin it to the top of comments so it's easy for you to see everything. And I'll make, you can get some, you can use the coupon code when you're ready. And I look forward to seeing you next Friday. And I've got a really good tutorial coming up. Thanks so much, you guys. Have a great weekend. Take care of your skin, take care of yourself, and much love to you. Bye-bye.